All right, ladies and gents, welcome to One Too Many, episode 2. We are picking up kind of a little bit where we left off, a little bit different. Name's Cameron, as you probably are familiar now. We got Jason and Keith on the line. But with that, I think today we're just going to try to hit a few talking points, just try to, I think most of all, enjoy each other's company, talk about a little bit different than last time. I feel like we went into sports and we're trying to make this a little bit multifaceted. So I think what we found would be a pretty cool topic with a lot of different availability to go on different tangents. Would be 3 personal favorite movies. Yes, personal bias. They can be stupid, they can be terrible, they can be awesome. None of us are movie critics here. So I think with that, like I said, welcome to episode 2. We'll get started on this top 3 personal movies. We're going to do this in a little bit of a draft order. It does make it a little more enticing and a little bit more spicy. So with that, I'm actually going to default to Jason this time, and I'm going to let him kick it off with a good, solid first-round pick on a great movie that Mr. Tesler loves.
1-1. So since it's the draft, that means once it's gone, so we have the same movie. Once it's gone, you guys can't choose it, right?
Correct.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go with a personal favorite of mine at 1-1. I'm going to go with Pulp Fiction. Honestly, it's one of my favorite movies. I love it. Tarantino movie. It's a classic. Fantastic cast, too. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis. It goes on and on. Can't complain about it. Just honestly, one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. Big Tarantino guy.
Yes, I am. Love Tarantino.
Watch out for those feet.
All right. You know, we don't need to go down that road. Little Rex Ryan right there.
Yeah. Got to be careful.
Yeah.
Definitely do need to be careful.
All right.
Hey, what's to go next? I mean, we didn't choose an order to start off with, so I feel like
we'll hit him with Keith
too.
I was like, Keith's got a good second round.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Ooh. Okay. Man, second pick. It's tough. I think I'm gonna have to go with my personal favorite, probably growing up, was the third Lord of the Rings movie, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. As a kid growing up, I mean, that was just everything you could ask for in a movie. Amazing scenery, great actors, great action, just good versus evil classic plot line. Amazing film, in my opinion. And yeah, that's going to be my second. Take it off the board.
Oh, that's such a good movie. It's nothing better than when you're like 10 or 11 years old and you're screaming at the TV, charging into battle with them too.
Oh, yeah.
Gives you a little bit of Braveheart, right?
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's awesome. That was one of my favorite movies too growing up. I remember my dad was like, just wait, get to the third movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad that it takes like 12 hours to watch all 3 films, but
yeah, that it is a
worth
commitment.
It, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. There's some good ones out there. So those are like 2 good movies. So that's kind of not a great segue into mine, because mine's a little bit of a goofy movie. That is so bad. Oh, dude, Bucky Larson can't sniff the top 3, but it is pretty good. I hope everyone gets the chance, for those that are listening, all 5 of you. If you ever do get the opportunity, watch Bucky Larson. You'll kill some brain cells. But hey, it's a good flick. No, it's not. I'm kidding. That was a joke. But besides the point, like I said, you guys both had some actual like good films. Like those are actually like critically acclaimed, like good films.
I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies ever.
Okay, all right.
You don't need to watch The Hobbit, dude, but
yeah,
I recommend watching The Lord of the Rings at some point.
Oh yeah,
I know,
100%.
Both my roommates love them too.
Yeah, just nothing better than chopping people's heads off that are evil and seeing some guy with a bow and arrow kill an elephant with his a stick and arrows. So
that sounds electric, honestly.
You'll get such a fantastic speech from one of the kings before they charge into battle, dude.
Oh,
chills every time.
So good. Not to mention Gimli might be my second favorite behind Legolas,
Yeah.
but Aragorn's pretty good too. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
My personal choice, I think, it's gonna have to be Nacho Libre. That's just a childhood energy that I love. It is so much overacting that it's fantastic. I mean, there's so many one-liners in that movie. I know that I can take from in my childhood that I didn't understand how funny it was. That now that I'm older, just horribly written movie, horribly executed. The main character has an almost Italian accent, even though he's playing a Hispanic character. Just terrible, but so good in the same breath. I'm gonna put that as my first round pick, going third overall. So with that being said,
forever.
oh, dude, it's the little things, right? Like this dude's climbing to the top of a frickin' tower, grabs an egg, proceeds to eat an egg that's bigger than him, and then as jumping off the ledge, he farts, and it's just fantastic. Like
It's Jack Black, right?
oh yeah, it's a Jack Black
Classic
classic.
Jack Black.
Yeah, all time favorite of mine. But yeah, with that, I think you guys have two critically acclaimed movies, and me coming in here with a little squeaker.
No, I love it. It's a personal opinion draft. I love it.
Exactly, yeah.
But
So,
honestly, I
third
think
place.
you could have waited. I don't think anybody would have.
Yeah,
chosen
I think
Nacho
it was
Libre.
a bad first round choice.
It is, but I had to get it out there, man. That's my all-time favorite. So,
I get it.
but yeah, with that,
I do.
Yeah, Tess, you're up for second round, first overall.
I don't want to do that. I want to snake draft this. So Cam, you go again, and we'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Alrighty.
Snake draft.
I'm gonna take a little page out of the war/action side. Saving Private Ryan. That's up there.
Great movie.
I think what I like most about it is the action in that first scene of just mad chaos when they're storming. That's all I needed. I was enticed from the get-go. One of my all-time favorites. Not to mention the storyline's fantastic, but just great actors, great dialogue. If you like action, fantastic for that. And if you're into history or war, I don't think you're going to find much better of a movie. So I would definitely say that would probably be my second one.
I only just saw that movie for the first time like a year ago.
It's
Really?
I was missing out.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed out. It was really, really good.
Yeah, man.
It's
Fantastic movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, that opening scene is just gets intense real fast.
real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tess?
I'm not up next. That would be Keith.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Keith. That's right. Yeah, we're snaking. My bad.
Leaves it up to me now. Man, I've been having a tough debate at two, just because movie draft. I also got to gauge where you guys are at. I think I'm gonna have to draft high to see where I land, but I think I'm gonna go with The Dark Knight at my second round pick.
Great one.
Favorite villain performance ever from Heath Ledger. I know it's pretty cliche to pick this movie, but at the same time, I don't care. Christopher Nolan, great director. You got great actors. Good twist at the end. It's just all around a fantastic movie. Did really solid, and honestly, I think the best DC movie to ever exist and be created. I don't think
DC
you're in
does
the
have a
top.
high bar.
Yeah,
Sadly, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic film. I remember watching that in IMAX for the first time. That was one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, definitely
Thank
is.
you.
It's classic. Shoot, I really don't know what to choose. This is tough because I could go in the critically acclaimed direction, or I can go into personal favorite. But the thing is, I could really choose three different comedy movies for this one spot. But I'm not going to choose both of them to put in my top three.
Hey, you got the next two picks. You don't gotta worry.
I
Yeah.
know. You know what? I'm gonna go with a classic. I can recite this whole entire movie from the start to finish. Your classic Will Ferrell and John C. Riley movie,
Yep,
Step Brothers.
that's such
Gotta
a
love
good one.
Step Brothers.
That's so good.
Quotes for days, moments for days. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a classic comedy movie. It's your classic mid 2000s comedy movie. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I that's I may have goofed as a comedy movie. That's up there. That's so good.
Yeah,
There's so many good lines in that movie. God damn. Yeah.
I think it's quotable forever.
It is.
Oh.
This house is a prison.
That's a good
Yeah.
pick.
That was a great
I should have
pick.
known it was coming. I should have known it was coming with you.
You should have.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another John C. Riley and Will Ferrell movie out there that's right on
Yeah.
the board.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
back-to-back picks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a big one.
I do have a big one. I'm not gonna go comedy again. Can we do an honorable mention at the end of this?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%. Okay. So my third one, I'm gonna go. So I'm choosing three movies from three different categories. I'm not gonna go comedy again. I'm not gonna go with. I don't even know what you would say. Pulp Fiction would be. But for my third pick, I mean, I love my Marvel movies. I'm gonna go with my favorite Marvel movie, Captain America: Winter Soldier. One of my favorites. I love seeing the Winter Soldier for the first time. I think he's just electric. He's just an awesome character. I think Sebastian Stan plays that character immaculately. I don't think there's any other word to put it. Overall, just
No.
a great movie.
That is, I always forget about that one, but that was such a interesting twist, like having it be Captain America's buddy and all that. Like that was a well done movie. I always forget about it because when did that come out?
2014, I think it was the first Russo brothers movie for Marvel.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that seemed, Jesus Christ, we're old guys.
And
That
they
was
did an
9
amazing
years
job.
ago. That was 9 years ago.
Oh Lord.
Good.
Yeah, man. They've been
God.
building that Marvel universe for a while.
They definitely have.
Yeah.
Kind of going down the not too
Yeah.
best direction right now, but
I mean, it's how do you top that
Yes,
Infinity
yeah.
War and Endgame
mhm,
combo
so
right there?
hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Set the bar so high, the only way you could
Yeah.
go was down.
yeah, they did
I
pretty
think
well
once
with
they
the
bring in-
Spider-Man movie. I think.
They did. I think
Yeah.
once they bring in Fantastic Four and X-Men, it'll shoot right back up. But for now, yeah, can't help but to go down.
No. All right. Well, I think I got the next pick here, and I'm also gonna go comedy and another one with Will Ferrell in it. I'm going Anchorman.
Oh, that's such a good one.
I forgot about Anchorman.
Again, just another great quotable movie, and I just have seen that movie so many times growing up, along with most of Will Ferrell's other movies too. They're all so good, but yeah, I think that's got to be my third pick. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what else I can say about it.
To the cast, you had what? Paul Rudd, Steve Carell. What's Champ? What's his? I forget the actor's name.
I do too. He's in so many. He's a
He's a
things,
great
too.
actor too. Like there's just
Yeah.
so many. Christina Applegate. So many good actors.
Yeah, there definitely are. Keith, what's your favorite quote from that movie? It's so quotable.
70% of the time, it works every time.
I thought it was 60% of the time, but
Whatever it is, you know what?
It's a
sexy
great
out
one.
there. I wish we could find that cologne.
I messed up
Wish
my
it was
own
real.
favorite quote, but you get it.
I get it. I understand.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Brian. That smells like pure gasoline. Stings the nostrils. Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a good film.
Yeah.
I was like, I think my family's favorite quote is the first time he meets Veronica. He like walks up to the pool. He's like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a pretty big deal.
So good, dude.
That's such a solid pickup line. It just never would work, but it's
Yeah.
so funny that he attempted it nonetheless.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
dude, Brick. Yeah, Brick's also, I think, such a good character too. He's just, after
Is
the
it-
fight, it's like, I think Brick killed a guy. Yeah,
This is-
Brick, you should lay low for a while. Find a relative's house to stay at.
I've been meaning to tell you, Brick.
It's too funny. This isn't the first one, but in the second one, we're like, Brick, where'd you get that gun? The future. when they're doing the fight.
Dude, yeah, that fight was so crazy. It was
Like
so
the
out of
ghost
nowhere.
of Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was that?
Oh man,
Which is great.
there's just again so many good quotes, just like most of his other movies,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. All right,
You guys are
Cameron.
putting up. I was like, you guys are putting up some good ones. So not to, I guess, kind of illustrate a little bit about me, but I'm gonna have to go with a classic. I contemplated between this one and a horror that I really liked growing up as a kid. But horrors just, I laugh at them too much now because they are so silly. So I think with that being said, I'm going to have to go, not the new ones, but the OG Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. One of my all-time favorite ones. I watched that as a kid on VHS, for those out there that know what that is. That was my go-to movie as a kid. The dialogue, the one-liners, the music is just so much. Not to mention the goofy giant iron camels walking through snow. Ewoks. Actually, that was Revenge of the Sith, but Empire Strikes Back. Just so many good ones. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back's got to be top Star Wars for me. I would entertain A New Hope or Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Sith's pretty good too. There's some pretty good moments in Revenge.
Hey, a
of the Sith.
prequel. There we go. Don't bash
Yeah.
a prequel.
Yeah.
The Revenge of the Sith's good too. There's just some of the dialogue makes you want to burst out laughing. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back got to be a top one.
It's been a while since I watched the original trilogy, but I think it's probably got the better dialogue, like you said, the better story. But man, the prequels, they have the better action for sure. It's not even close.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, it's
Yeah.
not close. It's just, you will not take her from me. It's just the
boy.
dialogue makes you want to bang your head against a wall, but
Yeah.
but the action makes up for it. It does. Nothing like a little lightsaber fight on some lava and rocks.
Yeah, dude, so cool.
Yeah. As long as you
Yeah.
have the high ground, you're going to be okay.
You underestimate my
Exactly.
power, Jason. Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah, don't do it. Do it. Do it.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Do it.
Oh boy. All right. Honorable mentions.
Whew. So we starting with me on the snake on honorable mentions.
We'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why not?
So that makes it a good, I guess, honorable mention to what I said. Horror movies. Insidious, I thought was probably one of the better horror movies I'd ever seen. I'll shout out to Keith. I know he's nodding because you kind of got me in on that. It wasn't just scary. It was also creepy and made me uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of horror movies are either one or the other. They're trying to either make you feel creeped out and stressed, or they're trying to get you on a gotcha with a jump scare. And this one, I was profusely shitting myself watching because I was both scared and creeped out. So I think with that being said, it's fantastic, and I think Keith could probably allude to this more. I've only seen 1 and 2. I haven't seen 3.
Yeah, I hadn't seen I'd only seen 1 and 2 also, but yeah, I just think the pacing in that show, the sound, like the movie,
some of the
use a great
shots.
soundtrack, it's just creepy. The shots.
That's what the
I think the greatest jump scare in all of horror movies.
Yeah.
Um,
fantastic horror movie for those out there that haven't watched it. Grab your little Banky and any stuffed animal you want and cuddle up on the couch and grab a clean pair of undies because you're going to need it.
Damn, that does sound scary. The only scary movie I've ever seen, actually, is Poltergeist. I'm not a big scary movie guy.
Yeah. Poltergeist isn't bad. That's relatively scary. I haven't seen that in a while, though.
You just saw the jump scares coming. It wasn't like...
That's the issue with a lot of horror movies now is you either see it coming or like, what movie, Hereditary, did we watch, Keith, where the girl starts swimming in the background? I lost my marbles. I couldn't take it seriously after that.
Yeah, that was a creepy movie. It just,
yeah,
it lost us, like you said.
Yeah, but Insidious is a little bit different on that end. But yeah, that'll be my honorable mention.
All right, up to me. Man, it's so hard to do. Just pick 4 movies, man.
It's tough.
I wasn't really sure where to go with an honorable mention here, whether it be horror or another goofy movie or something. So I just might shout out one I've seen recently that I really enjoyed, and that's Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Interesting. How do you like that?
I really enjoyed that movie, man. It was it was something different for sure. I thought it had a great story. I thought it had a great message behind it all. I thought the acting was really well done, and it was, made you laugh, made you cry. Had action, had great, dialogue. It's just like had kind of everything, literally everything, and everywhere. And it was all in one movie, man.
At the same time.
So yeah, I think I recommend everybody to watch it. I think it's a good watch. It's not. I don't think it's your traditional movie, but they do a good job about it. So
definitely.
Yeah.
I have to take a watch. I remember you were not hyping it up, but telling me it was a good movie to watch, whether you're in a group or just whether you're with anyone, you can watch it and be entertained.
Yeah, it's still pretty funny. It's also serious. It's it's also, like I said, got literally everything you wanted, man. It's got action, it's got goofiness, it's got serious vibes, it's got really deep meaning behind it as well. So it's a lot.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's why it did so well this year with the awards and everything, and the actors as well. I mean, it was really well done.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Tess?
All right. There's 2 I want to choose for this, but I'm only going to choose one. One of them's actually like a really good movie, and personally, I think it's a really good movie. I'm going to show that to the side. This one of my all-time favorites. You guys are going to die when I say this too. A classic baseball movie. Benchwarmers.
So good. That is such a good choice.
Benchwarmers. A classic.
Can't
go wrong with it. That's a movie I can just throw on.
God, so good.
Clark the Dork, Richie Bitchy, and Gus Bus.
Oh, that is such a good film.
You're out. But I tipped it. You're still out. You're still fat. Classic. Once again, quotes for days. Can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Favorite quote from that movie is he just has like home plate out in the middle of this field, right? And he like sweeps it, and they're like, "How long do we have?" And he tells them like a week or whatever. He's like, "If you build it, nerds will come." It's like one of the best lines ever. So good.
I love it.
It's only funny, Tess, after playing a little bit of Rocket League, and for the audience, sometimes we play a little Rocket League, to hear you talk about your stats in the same way Clark does when he's going at his at-bats. About made me pee my pants the other day. Talking about how many bump cars you had, like foul ticks.
I had 5 demos. I made contact with the ball twice.
I
had
12
0
dead
goals.
birds, 5 dead squirrels. I'm freaking awesome.
What was he at, like 4 broken windshields?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What, like
Crazy.
2 hit runners?
Such a good one. That was a great
Man.
one to end on. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of those movies where it was always on, just one of those cable channels that like makes like an hour and a half movie like 3 hours long with commercials.
Yeah,
You sit and watch the whole
Mhm.
thing because it's the Benchwarmers.
it's on an FX or
Yeah.
AMC or something like that.
Yeah.
TBS.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so good.
Yeah.
Definitely
Oh,
is.
damn. Okay.
Yeah.
We had some pretty good ones. I mean,
Yeah.
we went kind of through the whole round the horn in terms of options. I feel like we kind of leaned probably more towards action and comedy, but for the most part, I mean,
Yeah.
we were pretty across the board, which is
Mhm.
kind of what I was hoping for. I was super afraid one of us was going to say the same thing, which was like a Step Brothers, because that's so high up there on so many people's watch list. So that's awesome. So I think that kind of wraps that up. I guess more so. Good segue into next little topic, and then we'll kind of wrap up for today, since I know it's usually we do it on a Wednesday and today's Tuesday. But I think with that, we were kind of talking about album of the week, what music you listen to, what gets you, excited in the morning, what makes you get a little emotional on the drive home from your 9 to 5. What makes you feel special or important. I know in our household, if the song "Alive" ever comes on, that gets a little rambunctious. For those that do not know, we do live with another kid named Chris. Fantastic little guy. He just gets everyone all riled up. And "Alive" is one of those. He will. We'll have Chris on here shortly if he wants to. Maybe I'll make him. I don't know. Besides the point. Any songs that we were kind of thinking of, whether it's an album, you could say a song, hell, something you sing in the shower, choreographed dance, Jason, if you have one from High School Musical 2, would love to see that. But again, anything that makes you feel special. I'm not going to start this since I kind of waited to last time, and I kind of liked how we were doing things in terms of a snake. This one will be a little bit different. So, album you like, something that makes you feel some way. Let's get spicy. I'll start it off with you, Keith.
Yeah, something that makes me feel spicy. So, Cameron alluded to it. We've been listening to quite a few songs that remind us of also playing FIFA. Empire of the Sun is one of those bands, and a song that came out around a similar time, back when I was playing FIFA 15, that I recently just heard again, is "The Nights" by Avicii. That song makes me want to run through a wall sometimes. And yeah, it's a feel good song, man. Makes you just want to live life, grab by the horns, do your thing. So I think that's got to be my song of the week after rediscovering that on Monday. Made Monday a little easier, got me a little fired up. So I'm trying to bring that energy the rest of the week. So that's got to be my song of the week, man.
Dude, that's such a great choice. I was like, it's also
Amazing.
weird to think, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he go to IU, right? Or was he there?
So, the person who did the music video he does the music videos for a lot of different artists. He's a professional world traveler, but he's from Indiana.
Okay.
So one of the pictures.
Okay.
So for the audience that doesn't know, we all went to IU, Indiana University. Go Hoosiers. Yeah, but the person who made the video, nice Keith. Yeah, there was a picture of him in front of the sample gates. If you don't know what the sample gates are, look it up. It's really cool. Iconic.
Yeah. So, yeah, that music video is pretty incredible. I encourage everybody to go check it out. It was really well shot. And I think it fits the theme of the narrative of the song pretty well as well. So, yeah.
Fantastic song.
Yeah. I'll pass off to Jason, man. What's your song of the week?
All right. I don't have a song of the week, actually. I have a whole album.
Alrighty.
More particularly a mixtape. This is one of my favorite artists of all time. He just puts out awesome music. This is one of his stuff before it's one of his mixtapes, so it's before he ever put out an album. I've been listening to him for probably like around 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, a little more than 10 years. I'm going to go, artist is J. Cole, mixtape. Probably, I think, personally, the second best mixtape of all time, Friday Night Lights. If you haven't listened to it, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing songs. Specifically, my favorite song off of that. Favorite two is Blow Up, and Home for the Holidays. I don't know. I have nothing else to say, but it's amazing. Vibes are high. It starts off slow with the intro, and then the second song on it. But if you ever need some good vibes, something to cheer you up, something to get you in the mood, especially Blow Up, because Blow Up's all about getting on your grind. It's talking about your haters. It's just an amazing song, amazing mixtape overall. You can find it if you ever want to listen to it. You can find it on my mixtapes. Rest in peace, Dat Piff. Dat Piff was the move for mixtapes back in the day. Sadly, as of 2 weeks ago, it no longer exists.
Dang.
Yeah, and for the audience, if you don't know, I'll just step in and say this. Tess is quite knowledgeable and overall quite in depth in terms of music. So anything that he does recommend, I've actually followed suit with, and I know music's relatively subjective, but he definitely knows his stuff.
Very.
So if you're ever interested, take a peek and take a listen. Because I know for 100% fact I have mooched off of his playlists. So in the event you need some songs, listen to you boys. But yeah, great song. That's a great selection. That whole
It's always a great.
yeah, Keith. Sorry.
I was gonna say that's always a great feeling getting your playlist mooched off of.
It is.
It really is. I always feel like I'm stuck back in 2012 to 2018, and ever since then,
It's amazing.
I've just I don't know. Maybe I'm turning into a grumpy old guy, but I haven't found
Hey.
things in a while. But every once in a while I'll get a song from Jason or or heck, I'll get a random night out song from Chris or Keith, and next thing you know, we're back at it. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Whew.
All right, man. My guy
I
who
would too.
likes to yell at clouds because he's so old. Album of the week.
So, little touchy feely on the way into work this morning. I was trying to find a song. I was thinking about some of the comments from last week that Jason was talking about, and the only album, and it was ironic enough, it popped up on my playlist, was Graduation with Kanye. And I know Kanye's now in a different light. However, with that being said, this album was pretty good, and more in particular, I was listening to the song "Good Morning" on the way into work. Great way to start your day if you haven't taken a listen. The only thing I could think of was this would be a perfect song for all three of us. It felt like "Good Morning," as I remember I'd get up in the morning, going through the pandemic with classes, and I'd hear Jason singing it in the shower. It's fantastic. Keith's knocking on the door, about to walk in. It brought
To the house.
Yeah,
not
to the
the
house.
bathroom.
Yeah, not the bathroom. Well, maybe, we don't know. No, but yeah,
You never know what happened
Yeah.
in 322.
yeah, wild times. But I know all I could think of was how happy that song made me, and even though I'm, we're heading into work, and you can be a little down on the job sometimes. It just kind of reverted me back a little bit and took me back, it was awesome. So Good Morning, if you haven't listened to it, great way to start your day. I know it made me think of two of my better buddies, so it was pretty awesome.
Nice, man. That's real sweet of you.
I love it.
You are
I
getting
love
old.
it.
Exactly right.
Despite the stuff with Kanye, bro, Graduation it's an S tier album. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's S tier. It's top tier right there, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every song's good. There's not a bad song on that album.
Yeah.
And like I said before, music's subjective. People have their opinions. I think there's not a bad song on that album. It's a classic.
It was really, really good. And I think, honestly, I didn't listen to it well enough when I was younger, and then when I got older, I kind of dug deeper into the album and you're like, whoa, I was only seeing like the gold parts of it and not all the other great parts of it. I was only seeing the big headliners. So
Definitely.
Yeah. I was like, I went up to Chicago for their St. Patrick's Day celebration, and me and my buddy Sam put on Homecoming as we were crossing that bridge over to Chicago, and you're just like, man, this thing hits a little different, right? Actually being there too, man.
it's awesome.
That was a great album. That really was.
Yeah. If anything else, also, the album cover was pretty cool too.
The album cover was fire, and it's funny too. I know, well, not really rambling off, but so my brother started getting the graphic design, and he designed the seniors' school shirts. So he took the teddy bear and he made his own design out of it.
Oh, sweet.
Of course, no, of course it won, but then once all the Kanye stuff happened, they they pulled the design.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, so
big old sheesh.
it happens. So it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, anybody else's a favorite song, favorite movie, anything that makes them happy, any music they recommend, drop into the comments down below.
Yeah. I know we're all itching for good entertainment these days. Preferably that doesn't come on my phone. It's a little bit better when I can get it from someone talking or engaging or just being social. So it's a good point, Tess. And that kind of goes with anything. Movies as well. You guys got recommendations? I know we'd love to hear them. Not going to sit here and lie. I know my life's not that entertaining on a Tuesday night, so if you got some good movies, let me know.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, we kind of hit that deadline like right on the numbers.
Yeah, we did.
But I think with that, you guys got anything else? If not, I'll kind of do a closer. Beautiful, just like my Zoom
Anybody
meetings.
else have anything to say? Or... Honestly, I hate that because you're sitting there forever and you're like, all right, are we done now?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll take that silence as we're done. All right.
Yep, exactly.
All right, I guess.
And goodbye.
Have a good one. But no. But seriously though, thank you for joining in today. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and have a good one. Peace.
Peace, guys.
See you.